on site of manufacturer and their products, not on site of patients. But definitely we try to see also information from patients and information from the market, which is collected again by the manufacturer.
Here they're actually saying that they're on the side of the manufacturers rather than the patients. And what we have to remember is they're essentially a regulator here. They are there, or they should be there, to protect patients. You have a manufacturer supplying the information, and then you have the regulator who are looking at the information saying, rather than being critical about it, saying, well, actually, we're on your side here, not on the side of patients.
I do not see any problem. Yes, if there will be application which will be completed sufficiently, which is no problem to fill in application form, I think, and technical documentation will be sufficient. We normally do not have quite big obstacles to not issue certificate.
We gave them this brochure, which is clearly a metal-on-metal total hip replacement. And this has been in the headlines a lot recently, and they've even been banned in some countries, banned for use by surgeons in some countries. So we really shouldn't be engaging in this kind of promise and saying there's no obstacles, or there probably aren't going to be obstacles in the way, before they've even had a chance to look at the dossier.
We try not to do obstacles on this, yes, but in case the problem looks big, in case we are not persuaded that the product is safe, in case if there is something which looks not okay, we have to solve it. Definitely. So we try to solve it and to complete.
Some manufacturers do it so that they come to one notified body and they have a very poor dossier, very poor technical file, or their system is not working well and something, so they say, okay, you want to do it for us, and they go to another one. And that's wrong, because they are not correcting their system, they are only looking for someone who will do it.
Yes.
And that's wrong.
In Europe, we have lots of different organisations, these notified bodies, who are responsible for checking whether an implant is safe before it goes onto the market. Now, the risk is that manufacturers will look for the one that is the weakest link just to get their product onto the market. And there's no way of knowing whether they've been to one notified body and it's been rejected before they move on to another one and they say, yeah, okay.
And especially, I have to say it, the Asian market is so that Asian manufacturers are doing these things. They go to some, well, Eastern Europe notified bodies, and I have to say some notified bodies from Eastern Europe and also of the Western Europe have, well, are not going well with the directive. No. When I've seen some certificates issued for some products, then it was horrible.
So here what he's saying is that our companies, and he thinks they're more in Asia than maybe in the West, that aren't familiar with how it works in Europe. So rather than be rigorous, they're willing to seek out the notified bodies who are more likely to be lax.
I've seen some notified body that certified some product that, well, was from Korea, from South Korea, of course, and the product was completely different, the final product, than was in the instruction for use.
Oh, really?
And it was certified. And it caused here, in Czech Republic, some issue when it comes to some injury.
Oh dear.
So there was some problem. It was certified.
Why do you think we should recommend you as a notified body? What do you think is good?
I said it before, the price is good. And The
We have
advantages?
experience with implants, and we do the work very fast.
So they're saying one of the reasons to use them is because they're cheap and they're fast, and this shows the marketplace attitude towards regulation. We have to ask whether this is acceptable.
So as we can give some advice and some push somehow the certification process, but yes, we have some borders, but often sometimes we just cross the line and tell him just do this and it will be okay. So therefore we have so high the rate of successful certifications.
Here he's just said that they'd be willing to cross the line. Notified bodies are not supposed to consult, but there is a grey area about how much help they're able to give. But we should be asking whether our regulators, which are the notified bodies, should actually be helping manufacturers in any way to get their product onto the market.